Just days after the 80th anniversary of D-Day, and today we are spotlighting a new book that reveals the true story of a daring World War II Navy operation that captured a German U-boat 2 days before the Normandy landings. Codename Nemo. The hunt for a Nazi U-boat and the elusive Enigma delves into the secret Allied mission to intercept and decode Nazi messages and seize an enemy ship. It's all part of a time that we've really marked in history as one of the greatest achievements of the Navy. So we're talking about this morning with Charles Lachman. He's the author and executive producer of Inside Edition since 1995. So a bit of a TV legend joining us now to take us through the pages of this thrilling recount. Good morning, Charles.
Good morning, Anna. Thanks so much for having me.
Well, give us a little bit of history on why you wanted to write this book in the first place.
Well, I have to say, as strange as it may seem, I owe it all to NewsNation.
Is that right?
I was visiting my daughter, Sloan Glass, who was working as a correspondent for NewsNation back in the day. She was new to Chicago. We were visiting her for Thanksgiving, and her boyfriend at the time wanted to keep us entertained, so he created this whole itinerary for us. And he took us to the Chicago Museum of Science and Industry. And we walk into this magnificent museum, and 4 levels down in the sub-basement in a temperature-controlled pen is this Nazi U-boat from World War II. And I've written a few books and looking for a new project. And I looked at this extraordinary exhibit, and I turned to my wife and I said, right there, this is a book. And lo and behold, now it's a book.
Well, there we go. Operation Nemo was actually, arguably one of the greatest achievements of the U.S. Navy in World War II. How exactly did the Allies carry out this incredible operation?
It was conceived by a brilliant Navy captain, Dan Gallery. He had this dream of capturing intact a Nazi U-boat, not just for the boat, but also for the Enigma machine, and even more important than that, for the secret Nazi codes. So he came up with this crazy idea, even he called it crazy, of creating this task force. The goal was not so much to hunt and kill the Nazi U-boats, which was the plan at the time, but to pulverize it so that just enough force to force it to the surface of the ocean. And it was at that time that he called for these 9 volunteer sailors, very brave sailors, to get into a small whaleboat and zip across the water. And as the Nazi sailors were abandoning ship, the U.S. sailors took control of the U-boat and seized it intact. It really was an extraordinary. It was a suicide mission. They didn't know what to expect. And through luck and brilliant planning, they actually succeeded in pulling it off.
Yeah, and able to go home. Wow. What was some of the crucial information, more of it, that they learned after capturing the German U-boat?
Well, they were able to seize an Enigma machine, which is this cipher machine. But even more important than that, the secret codes. That you type in your message into the Enigma machine, and it's a new setting is every other week, and it spouts out gibberish, right. And that communication is sent to the various U-boats and back and forth to the German High Command. Once they had those secret codes, they didn't even have to do any deciphering of using the early computers. They were able to read it in real time. So as fast as the Nazi High Command would send out these messages in code, the Allies were able to read the messages.
Yeah, unbeknownst to them, and they were able to just go and carry out their missions straight away. Thank you so much, Charles. Looking forward to reading your book.
Thanks, Anna.
And we have NewsNation in a roundabout way to thank for it. I had no idea. Very cool.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.